everybody. Meteorologist Danielle Grant here in the Weather Center. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook. If you have any questions about the forecast, kind of what's coming your way, drop a little comment and I'll circle back, get to those at the end of this. But first, let's dive in because we're already starting to see some of those thunderstorms firing up in the foothills, quickly racing off to the plains. This is our live camera in Greeley where you can kind of see a couple of raindrops on the camera lens. Certainly the grass looking good out there at UNC Greeley. And around the Boulder area, some darker skies just about 20 minutes ago, and now of course already a couple of breaks and more blue sky coming in toward the Flatirons. Downtown Denver has been dry thus far, but I anticipate seeing perhaps a couple of quick showers or rumble of thunder later this afternoon. You can kind of see in the far distance those clouds just continuing to build. It has been a pretty soggy start to the month of May. We're looking at more than about 3/4 of an inch, of course, out at DIA where we keep score, but certainly the storms on Sunday and Monday helped us out. We're now well above the average, and this is actually our soggiest start to a year since the mid-1940s. I know, right? A while back. 56 right now, downtown Denver, low 60s in Littleton. We're in the upper 30s, low 40s in Black Hawk through Netherland, 55 in Longmont, but a bit cooler around Fort Collins at 47. Out at the airport, we have a few clouds, winds out of the east-northeast about 15 to 20 miles per hour. You'll notice that breeze, especially when these thunderstorms cruise across the metro area. 63 is where we're heading in Denver, Greeley, and up to Fort Collins. It should be a mild afternoon across the plains, not too terribly hot, which is kind of nice to see. 50s and 60s going way up high. Later this afternoon, we do have a chance for seeing a couple of these thunderstorms turn severe. Really, the best shot is going to be everywhere in green. This is just outside of downtown Denver, along I-70, Lyman, Burlington included in that, and then this stretches further to the south. This afternoon, I anticipate the biggest threats being large hail and also some damaging winds, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts with some of these thunderstorms that push through. So really right now it doesn't look like we will see any tornadoes. Fingers crossed, right? As we look on HD Doppler 9, you can already see some of this moisture streaming into the mountains with those cooler temperatures along the higher peaks, 10,000 feet, a little light snowfall coming through. Here in the metro area, perhaps on just the north side of downtown Denver, a couple of light little rain showers cruising across the city, and then up toward Greeley where I just showed you on the camera lens some nice rainfall coming across. This evening, the thunderstorms really are going to be with us, I'd say, until about 5, 6 o'clock, and then our chances dwindle quite a bit, and we'll be left actually with mostly clear skies tonight. Cooler temperatures, though, as overnight lows fall into the mid to upper 30s here in the metro area, some 40s out east, 30s and low 40s up in the high country too. Futurecast, I'll start this off by about 2 o'clock or so this afternoon. Those cells you can already see kind of making their way into Morgan County further off to the east, but they just zip right on out of here. By about 6 p.m. we're looking good. I think the evening should be really nice, and then by about 11 o'clock, there you go. Crystal clear skies across the entire state. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, Thursday, you are looking good. Plenty of sunshine as a ridge of high pressure builds back into Colorado. That's going to give us a nice dry afternoon. A few high-level clouds across the far western side of the state. Otherwise, it's looking good here around much of the metro area. And if you have been wanting some warmer temperatures after a cool past couple of days, I got you. You just got to wait till tomorrow and Friday around here. Daytime highs back to the lower 70s, just a couple of degrees above our average. Soak in the sunshine while it's here. 70s across the plains will be in the upper 50s, low 60s up to the high country. So really a nice Thursday afternoon across much of Colorado. Your 7-day forecast, though, this is when things get interesting. Even warmer for us on Friday at 82. The weekend arrives and so does another storm. Right now, the first half of Saturday looks a-okay. We'll be tracking a couple of isolated thunderstorms firing up in the later afternoon, early evening on Saturday for you. But then looking ahead towards Sunday, a cold front arrives and that really drops off our temperatures again for Mother's Day, similar to what we saw last weekend. Mid-50s with a good chance of off and on scattered rain showers, thunderstorms, and that trend is going to continue into early next week, not only with the cooler temperatures, but also the moisture that is coming through. So while I know a lot of folks are like, I want the sunshine, I want the heat, just put it in perspective, and you know, we desperately need it. The drought conditions are still not great across the entire state, so we will take all of the rain, the snow that we can get. Okay, I am Just gonna jump on Facebook really quick, see what you guys have going on. If you have any questions, be sure to comment. Hi Rich, how's it going? Courtney, hello, good afternoon. Kim, thanks for the wave. Mike, is it going to rain in Centennial? Yep, we have a shot at seeing a couple of isolated showers, perhaps a thunderstorm later this afternoon. Seth, hello, things are going well on this Wednesday. Deborah saying don't forget Sterling. I would never forget Sterling. Let's see. Angelita joining us from Spain. So cool. I know, Colorado is the best. Hi Chris, how's it going? Yeah, okay, I like it. You're excited for the rain. Bring it on. I like that spirit. Christopher saying, yeah, asking if you're gonna get some showers in Southeast Aurora today. You know, certainly a possibility with a couple of these storms on tap. Really, within the next about 5 hours or so will be that window if you do see any storms cruise through, but it's possible. Is it safe to plant? You know, kind of the rule of thumb here in Colorado is always wait till right after Mother's Day. And I'm gonna say that's probably a good bet this year. Just with some of those overnight lows getting a little close to the freezing mark, I would probably hold off just a bit. Till perhaps the following weekend, and all the sprinkler stuff too. Kale Patrick, Loveland had a nice shower, but of course the sun is right back out. Yep, sounds typical of Colorado. Oh wow, 100 degrees in Arizona. Jeannie, whew, that's a little toasty. Hello from Meade. Hi Warren, thanks for tuning in. Tanya, happy hump day. Ashley wondering if there will be rain in Westminster. Yep, certainly a possibility with a couple of these storms coming off the foothills within the next couple of hours. Myra wondering if it's going to rain in Leadville on Saturday. Certainly a possibility with these thunderstorms coming through, the next kind of major system anyway, coming through on Saturday. I'd say if you do see any, it will be later on in the afternoon. Terry is giving us a report from Thornton saying that it is raining up there. Yeah, you know, the radar is getting a bit more active this afternoon. You can kind of see a couple of lightning strikes just to the east of Colorado Springs. As I zoom in, can I zoom in? Yes. To the metro area. Yeah, it looks like these little cells are just now kind of shifting east of I-25, but nothing major. I don't really see a lot of lightning either out of these storms. I haven't heard of any reports of any small hail. Oh, just kidding. Chris, just hailed north of Denver. I know, I'm looking at this little, come on, I don't have a mouse, so I have to like zoom in on this laptop and it is so annoying. Okay, so this cell that's kind of sitting over Commerce City, you can see on our radar that little dot of blue actually indicates that there is potentially some hail in that cell. And then, yeah, you guys are confirming it for me. So that's awesome. Courtney's saying it just hailed in Louisville for a while and then rain. Yes, I know the clouds coming over the mountains are certainly looking a little ominous out there. Jessica wondering about this weekend. Will Loveland get a lot of rain? I would say more so on Sunday. It will be a bit more widespread. Tom asking what time during the day will a break in the rain Saturday and Sunday? Sunday, it's looking like a very similar setup to last Sunday. We saw the storms come in about 11 a.m., noon. I would say that's probably about the time, and then it's going to be off and on throughout the rest of the evening. Saturday, you will have a better shot at potentially dodging a couple of thunderstorms. It does not look as widespread, and they do look a little later on in the day. So if you have any plans going right now anyway, I'd say you should still be good to go till probably about 4 or 5. Oh, some hail in Longmont too. Thanks for that update, Madison. Nicole saying off and on sun and then gloomy in Fort Collins. Yes, I've been looking at some of our webcams, kind of just tracking the storms. This one, yeah, I'd say it looks a bit ominous out there. This is just looking to the west of Fort Collins off to the foothills. And then of course my Greeley camera is looking a little better. It looks like perhaps the rain has turned a little lighter. Horsetooth Reservoir, I wonder how, yeah, kind of those darker skies above. You can see how it's tough to get any sunshine peeking out. And this is right in front of the 9 News building, Logan and Spear downtown. Stormy skies off to the east, it looks like, with some blue sky and sunshine coming out. So yeah, I'm loving all these cameras because they really do tell a good story of what's going on out there when I'm stuck here in my basement forecasting. It's nice to be able to look outside and see what's going on. Okay, Boulder, my camera in Boulder. My director, Sandy, says it's looking good. It's looking ominous. It looks like certainly some storms will be pushing off and rolling onto the Flatirons here before you know it. So this is just kind of going to be our afternoon, guys, for at least the next couple of hours, monitoring these thunderstorms. Again, the good news is small hail and gusty winds should really be it for the metro area, as I showed you. Oh, yeah, that Boulder camera, I can see some scattered rain coming down too. But again, yes, the gusty winds as well as small hail, that's going to be the biggest deal that we're watching here across the I-25 corridor. If you live further out east of I-70, like around Byers, Bennett, Strasburg, and then southeast toward Lyman, you guys have a better shot at seeing these thunderstorms. Just encounter a little bit more instability out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some cells turn severe as we look ahead toward the next couple of hours or so. But here in the metro area, just enjoy a good little drink of free water from Mother Nature, and hopefully not a lot of hail. Again, it looks like that cell that's kind of crossing 270 and I-76. Oh, I hear the rain outside in my house. That's coming through. It looks like another one is starting to pick up too on the south side of town on Highway 285. Coming through, looks like, what is that? Ken Carroll area, yes, Littleton, Cherry Hills Village, Glendale. So downtown Denver gonna be looking at a good little soak. But otherwise, here we go. It's springtime in Colorado. We all know the drill. Storms roll in and then they roll right on out of here. I think I have answered hopefully most of your questions. Thank you so much for your weather reports. This has kind of been fun. If you guys have any questions or need some more answers on the forecast, looking ahead toward the weekend, I know Mother's Day, probably mom wants to spend it outside, but hopefully you'll have the early morning to get out there before the storms really push through right around lunchtime. Again, as always, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at the WX Woman. That is where to find me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the rain, and we will be back in action here tomorrow, 12:30, same time, same place, talking about the sunshine. See ya.